beginning with the visiting ships of Manitowoc High School, and let's welcome a 5' 3" sophomore, number 0, Sarah Bolchin. A 5' 7" sophomore, number 2, Taylor Peterson. A 5' 8" senior, number 11, Grace Frusen. A 5' 8" senior, number 21, Lauren Heyman. And a 5' 10" senior, number 24, Nina Svoboda. Manitowoc is coached by Riley Garvey, assisted by Kathy Kay and Alicia Anton. And now, let's meet the starting lineup for the WIAA Division II, 3-time defending, that's right, that's back-to-back-to-back, defending state champions, they're Notre Dame Tritons. She's a 5' 8" senior. She wears number 10. She is Trista. She's a 5' 8" senior. She wears number 11. She is Sydney Williams. She's a 6' sophomore. She wears number 13. She is Kaya Womack. She's a 6' junior. She wears number 20. She is Peyton Usual. She's a 6' senior. She wears number 24. She is Gracie Fresh. Notre Dame is coached by Sarah Rhodey, assisted by Eliza Kendall, Caitlin Morgan, and Timothy. Wearing the stretch, running the shoulder on our referees, Paul Verbatim, Dan Magno, and Todd Bodine. Ladies, rev up your engines. It's Manitowoc. It's Notre Dame. Enough said. Game on.
So with all that said, we're all set to go. Fresh 18 minutes on the clock. These two conference opponents have been battling each other for a long period of time. The latest chapter in their rivalry about to unfold right in front of us. Glad you're with us on W7.
Welcome back, Dom. We got it going, I think, just in time. We'll get a scoreboard up. And we'll get a clock up here shortly. Dom D'Angelo with the play-by-play this afternoon, turning into a nightcap at this point.
Sure, we're past 6:15 at this point. That ball is recaptured by Whitehouse, and there's a foul on the baseline. So with every conference opponent, you play each other twice. These two games last year, the game here was a 106-39 win for Notre Dame. As Waldrop has fouled, should get 2 free throws. That game was played on January the 5th. It was a Thursday last year. Playing it significantly earlier in the schedule. First conference game for each of these teams. Waldrop at the free throw line. She had 9 points in that season opener. Put some good arc on it. Got the first one to go.
I think with the absence of Hannah Grice and Kyle Waldrop's going to have a big season this year.
Absolutely. There's that press that we didn't see a whole lot of against Pewaukee. That ball was a bit out of control from Sarah Bolchin, who's off to a nice sophomore campaign, averaging just under 20 a game through the first 2 games. Ships looking to go inside, back out. Here's Frusen. Nice back cut inside. Musial tried to deflect it. Ball out of control. It goes out of bounds. It will stay with the Ships. Here's Peterson. That corner three-pointer's up and off the side of the backboard from Fruzen. Long rebound comes back to her. Peterson with it back up top. Good ball denial from both corners. Bolchin's got it in the lane. Knocked away by Feda for a moment, gets it back. We're seeing that intensity on defense right away. Wild shot is no good. Rebound Peyton Musial. Here comes Trista Feda the other way. Long pass is intercepted by Fruzen, standing right in front of Gracie Gresh. She comes down the other way, looking for some help. Once again, more of this active defense from the Tritons early on.
Let us know what, if you're seeing any freezing, buffering, things like that. We'll try to get it as we go along.
The three-pointer in and out on a wide-open attempt from Heyman. Foul is going to go against Sydney Whitehouse, so it stays down here.
Notre Dame foul, Sydney Whitehouse, team's first foul.
That was a topic of conversation on our last call together. Not a whole lot of depth, at least to this point. So you got to be careful with the fouls, and Feda will go coast to coast and make it home. Here's that press that forced 33 turnovers in the first matchup between these two last year. Bolchin to the basket, no call. Here's Whitehouse in transition with the left it a little bit short. Rebound Fruzen up ahead, Bolchin struggled with the dribble. Cross-court pass, Peterson fakes. Good defense here by Waldrop. On the back cut, Bolchin is fouled. It's gonna go against Feda, who she correctly reminded me that she won Defensive Player of the Year a year ago, not Sydney.
That's the problem, Dom. You going to class with these kids, they will know and quickly correct you. Of course, all in a fun way.
First free throw is off from Bolchin, who, as I mentioned, off to a nice start this season. The young sophomore. Second one's going to bounce around and drop.
There we are. All right, we should be settled in now.
4-1 with 2.5 minutes gone by. It's like we're playing baseball. Feda for three. That short gets her own board. Goes back inside and gets the floater to drop down. Here's Bolchin trying to navigate her way through that press. Peterson looking for options. Feda matched up with her up top. Ball knocked away momentarily.
It's the defensive intensity and pressure I like to see out of the Tritons early on. I think they're just missing some of that back against Pewaukee.
A fake and a drive inside. Bank shot, no. Waldrop comes down with a rebound off the Heyman miss. Long pass to Gresh, who's going to finish in transition.
Nice crossover there at the head midline.
Inside, bump. Missed it, ball goes out of bounds. Swadoba tried to draw some contact, it appears. First substitution will be Kendall Schmitz.
Number 10, Kendall Schmitz.
8-1 early on here. Just under 4 minutes gone by. Whitehouse gets on the floor. And now the ball is fumbled away. Now there's a scum for it.
That's what there was some of that against Pewaukee, but I see Kaya's turned that intensity level up just another level here, and I think that's what they're going to need long term, especially against some of those bigger opponents, the Hortonvilles, the trip to Nashville, stuff like that.
A lot of good matchups on the docket for the three-time defending champs this year. Feda with good defense. In the corner, that three-pointer is way short. Schmitz trying to get it over Musial. Now Gresh with a tough pass in transition, couldn't control it. Back the other way comes Hammond. In traffic, Bolchin now has it. Musial on her. Swadoba working on Gresh. Kendall Schmitz, who just checked in the game, hands it off. Nice back cut.
Great back cut. Nice find there. Great find by Lauren Heyman.
Swadoba, the beneficiary, gets her first 2 of the night. Inside the wall, drop shot misses. And the Ships look to slow it up a bit in transition. Back to Swadoba, just scored that last bucket for the Ships. There's a drive. Schmitz fumbled it, gets it out. There's Heyman. Bolchin on the back cut, working on Musial, gives it back to Schmitz. Free throw line jumper is no good. Rebound Feta, Tritons look to push. Long pass up to Waldrop. One dribble, missed the layup, left it short, and Gresh is gonna have a little room service on the other end. Gresh scored 16 in that opening day loss. Bolchin into the trees, and she's fouled.
Notre Dame foul, Peyton Musial.
It goes against Peyton Musial, her first foul.
Will shoot 2.
Musial only 2 points in that opening day loss. Bolchin back at the free throw line, misses that first one.
For the Ships, number 5, Madeline
Couple
Johnson.
more substitutions.
For Notre Dame, number 4, Paige Mullen.
Second one is also off, so Ships a little bit shaky from the free throw line to begin this one.
I always love the people ducking in front. Just running in front of the camera, the clock camera, no big deal.
Why not? That usual shot was left short, and the rebound was taken by Maddie Johnson, who just checked into this one. The junior. Bolchin and Mullen working up top. A little bit of a handoff motion. Now Bolchin spins in the lane, ball knocked free on the ground, and a quick whistle and a jump ball.
Jump ball.
It will be Notre Dame basketball.
Goes to Notre Dame.
Another substitution, Destiny Webster will come in for the first time.
Destiny Webster.
Sophomore, number 23, comes in for Peyton Musial. (10-3) early. Here's a skip pass. Gresh, he didn't ring the bell on Saturday. Can't ring it there. Bolchin up ahead. Hammond. Inside, nice pass, and Schmitz with the left hand gets it to go. That makes it 10-5. We'll kind of keep things updated as we keep getting the cameras figured out here.
Working on a new
Forgot you're the professional at this. Back here at the Triton Center, 14-5 is the score. Sarah Bolchin trying to get through that press, and she dragged her pivot foot, and it'll be a turnover. Bolchin, only a freshman last year, had 2 rough games here a year ago. 11 turnovers in that first one. She looks much more polished and confident coming into this one here tonight. As we approach 10 minutes left in the first half. Triton still haven't made a 3 in this one. Talked about that in the pregame. That might be an area for them to work on as the season goes on. Facing some tough defense here, but Feda overshoots the left hand. Hammond inside to Bolchin. Takes it back out behind the 3-point line. Back to Hammond. Whitehouse is on her. Takes it to her left, spins, looking for an opening, bounce pass. Johnson wasn't ready for it initially. Now she gets it out to Smits. Drive from Fruzen in the lane, shot no good. Ball's gonna go right back to her. Goes out of bounds, it'll remain Manitowoc Lincoln basketball.
All right, I think I've settled in with 9:06 left to go here in the opening half. We'll see what happens.
More substitutions. Morgan Gokey's going to get her first run for Notre Dame. Kate Musial returns. Feda nearly picked off a pass there. Bolchin back to Heyman. And trying to find that back cut a couple of times. They've hit it a couple times, but to no avail here until underneath. Taylor Peterson has to bring it back out behind the 3-point line. Bolchin in the lane, working on Webster. 3-pointers up, a little bit strong from Peterson. Feda comes the other way, up to Webster.
Everybody hits their box out, and Feda is their recipient of all the rebounds.
Nice pass inside, and Gresh with the finish.
Gracie Gresh from Gokey.
Peterson spins, does a nice job on their pivot foot. Up, spoke too soon.
Violation.
So that's another turnover. Don't have the exact number with us at the moment. We'll get that at halftime. A combined 55 forced turnovers by this Notre Dame team a year ago in the 2 games these two played. On the back cut, Musial saves it to Gresh. Goes up strong, and she gets the foul the second time.
A couple free throws coming here for the senior Gracie Gresh. Of course, going to be staying in state, headed to Madison.
Gracie Gresh shoots 2.
Dom, former Triton, and Joey Bonadano might get to call some of her games next year.
That'd be exciting for him, I know that. Always having some entertaining matchups. He had a great one a couple of days ago with the women's team down in Madison, so Gracie will be joining the bunch at this time next year. Bolchin thought about a 3, the crossover. Heyman drives it, working on Feda. Kicks it in the corner, Smits drives the closeout, floaters up, no good, but she got fouled.
Oh, hard contact there. Feda looked over like, what? I didn't hit her that hard.
Ships have struggled from the free throw line so far in this game. Only 1 converted free throw. First one there is good. Sydney Whitehouse returns. A reminder to all who are interested, this Saturday, December 2nd, marks the 28th anniversary of Notre Dame's Academy Awards. Come see the biggest show on the Notre Dame schedule to date with music, lights, videos, and much more. You won't want to miss out. Tickets available for purchase beginning Thursday, November 30th at the Notre Dame front desk. We'll get into that a bit more at a different moment in time. Here's a 3 from Whitehouse. Long rebounds taken by Swadoba. Here's a three-pointer put up. No good from the right side by Peterson. Nice hustle there from Smits. And now a foul committed.
You know, I mean, if a couple of these shots just fall for Manitowoc, I'm not saying all of them, but they've had some good look threes. They've missed some free throws out there. I mean, this could be a 17-11, 17-12 game. A little bit more interesting here in the early going.
7 minutes to go. Only 23 total points put on the scoreboard to this point. Goki on the back cut, takes a dribble, gives it back to Whitehouse underneath. Got it to go with the left.
City Whitehouse from Goki.
Tried to go with the step through. Gresh with a nice wall up.
Long three from Bolchin is strong. Long rebound is knocked out of bounds. It'll be Triton ball.
Returning for Notre Dame, number 13.
6.5 minutes left in the first half.
So,
Kyle Waldrop returns.
Doubleheader tonight on W7. Fond du Lac at Kaukauna. That one's scheduled for a 7:30 tip-off down there in Kaukauna. It'll be a first time Kaukauna makes their kind of appearance. We're doing all of their home games this year, Dom.
Potentially some more legends to add to the bunch.
Oh, there's some legends down there as well, too, Dom, just like there are out here on the Triton squad. And excited to get down and do some Kaukauna games this year. We've been able to do some on the road, and this year we're able to work out a good partnership with the girls basketball program and their new AD, and excited to be down there.
Ball dropping out fouled. You'll have 2 free throws. Gary Wimmerman will be on the call in Kaukauna later tonight. Game scheduled for a 7:30 tip. We'll see if that holds true.
So, Dom, you look out there right now, Sydney Whitehouse, the only senior on the floor. Just could be a scheduled rotation thing, getting some of those other seniors out, but kind of a little bit of a youth movement here and a look into, after this class of 2024 out there.
Second free throw is good. Yeah, it's a really special group that they have this year with Sid and Trista Feda and Gracie Gresh. Obviously, Hope Barrington graduated. Some run. Nice finish inside from Swoboda. Finishing through contact. She'll have a chance for the old school three-point play. The foul goes on Peyton Musial. That's her second. She's looking to score yet in this one. Free throw is good.
Both teams now with 5 team fouls.
So 5 apiece on both squads, as we hear from the PA announcer, Mr. Mike.
Gotta love Mike doing what he does. Musial gets inside, finishes with her strong hand. Bolchin in a rush, gets it across the timeline. And now Musial comes up with a steal, playing a little bit more pep in her step. Tries to take it through 2, and she got fouled. She'll get to the free throw line, which is where her 2 points came from in the game a couple weeks ago.
So, yeah, I mean, we talked about it just briefly, a little bit of a youth movement out there, but this gives Coach Roding and her staff a chance to kind of build some depth as the season goes on, get some kids in some different spots. You saw the coaching staff maybe a little upset with some late rotations on the press.
This ball is a loose one, and it's a turnover, so my mistake. They called it an on-the-ground foul on Musial's drive, and the Tritons give it away. Back to the Shifts with 5:14 to go in the first half, 25-9. Smits, ball knocked away. It'll be out of bounds. Ball on the ground, able to retain it, however. There's a drive from Fruzen, goes out of bounds on the baseline, another turnover. So the Tritons maybe not scoring as efficiently as they would like, but they're not giving up much either at the other end.
We need a regular season for playoff. Well, I guess it's P Money. P Money is the regular season nickname. Then we get the playoff P come late February, early March.
Gresh now in double figures. She's got 11.
Fade out player. P Money running the rides a little bit here for the Tritons.
Smith's wild shot, no good. It's a 3-on-1 coming the other way. Gresh couldn't finish, but P Money can. She's playing with a bit more confidence, it seems, tonight. Coming off a game where she struggled a little bit. Finish from wall drop was no good. 3-on-1 coming the other way. Into the traffic. Good defense there from Musial. Went straight up on the drive from Frusen. She's got the ball here over to Goki.
I thought she was going to dial that one up.
Gresh inside, left it short. Here comes Bolchin, looking to push. The crossover on Goki.
She's got a quick little crossover, does Bolchin.
He does.
Like it, she keeps it nice and low.
Ball squirts out. It's loose. Musial able to keep it alive. Now bounce pass a bit behind Goki there. Into wall drop for the finish. Nice pass from the junior Morgan Goki, and another timeout.
We'll take a timeout. We'll take it with them. It is a full timeout. You're watching W7 presented by Jolly Good Soda and Mike Whitehouse at North Right Financial.
Welcome back to the Triton Center. I mentioned a moment ago that this Saturday, December 2nd, is the 28th Annual Academy Awards on Notre Dame's campus. It's the biggest show on the schedule to date. All the action is on Saturday, December 2nd, starting at 7 o'clock in the Notre Dame Auditorium. Tickets available for purchase beginning this week, Thursday, November 30th, beginning at 12:45 in the afternoon at the Notre Dame front desk. Tickets are $10 if paid for with cash, or $11 if using a card. Come see all the fun and excitement you won't want to miss out. 31-9 with 3:21 left in the first half. Jump stop there, ball loose once again. Here comes Whitehouse working with Bolchin on her right, and she finishes with a right. Drive inside from Smits, and she got fouled.
See if they're going to say it was on the floor, but I think, is that 6? Or 7.
Team foul number 6. Both teams with 6 team fouls.
Both teams now in 6 fouls, so bonus the rest of the way.
Off the nice deflection, here comes Whitehouse right down the lane. Couldn't get it to go. Swoboda the rebound in traffic, and now a reach-in foul, so we'll have free throws down on this end.
Take the long walk down here, Dom. You know, it doesn't matter so much in this game, but those are some of those. Those are the hustle fouls as a coaching staff you live with. But when when the other team's in the bonus, they're frustrated.
Yeah.
Not going to hurt you here this afternoon, but against the Pewaukee, against the Hortonville, when they head down to Nashville, those are the ones that sometimes come back to bite and then butt.
That free throw doesn't come back to bite him. It rattled out. Kendall Ronsman, who just checked in, got the board. She's got the ball up top here over to Gresh. Gracie once again sporting the pink shoes. Got a couple different shoe options going on. We got some nice blue from Sid. At pass, here comes the shift the other way. Oh, what a block.
Wow.
Heyman had a clear lane. DeMolin said, get it out of here. And now a foul goes against the Ships, I believe. Well, that got people out of their seats.
Wow. Paige DeMullen went back to the volleyball days there. Elevated up to the net, returned to sender.
So, Notre Dame with a 1+1, the shooter being Kendall Ronsman.
So Ronsman will be at the free throw line, the junior this year. Gets it to go.
Back in for the Ships, number 2, Taylor Peterson.
Good friends with Kendall's parents, and actually live in the same neighborhood as another good friend of mine, the Floggers, and she grew up playing against the D2 point guard, teaching her all the ropes. So Kendall's had a good teacher over the years, and Sheridan Flogger. Of course, but Sheridan played out at Pulaski. That was the only problem. Good to see Kendall getting some minutes here early in this one.
Didn't get a whole lot of run in that first matchup. Getting some time at the end of the half here as we approach 2 minutes to go. Heyman's got it. Musial deflects it. Nearly came up with a steal. Swoboda comes back with it. Into Bolchin. Bounce pass once again. Tipped by Musial. Goes up and a foul.
Musial looks over. You sure?
Notre Dame foul, Faith Musial, that's her third.
That's going to be the third on Musial, so that's something to monitor in this second half here. First free throw is good from Lauren Heyman, who has had a nice beginning to this year as well. About 17 points through the first 2 games that this Manitowoc Lincoln team has played. Second free throw is off. Nice box out from Whitehouse, allowing Gresh to come down with a board. DeMullen in the wall drop, goes up and banks it home.
Kyle Waldrop from DeMullen.
Shot chart for the Tritons has to be just completely filled in down inside between the blocks here this afternoon.
They have been right at the basket on seemingly everything they shot. Very few three-point attempts in this game. Minute 25 left in the first half. Here's Schmitz. Ronsman on her, trying to break her down. Back to Bolchin. They feel comfortable with the rock in her hands, it seems like, and why not? She's had a great beginning to this season. Struggled a little bit a year ago as a freshman, but she's come back much more confident as a sophomore. Kicks it out here. On the back cut in traffic. Here's Heyman, kicks it out. Schmitz, pull-up jumper. A little bit strong, rebound Rosman. Gresh looking for an opening, picks Fada, her three-pointer. Short again, missed her first one a bit short. Line pass up ahead, Bolchin. One-on-one with Fada if she wants it. Spins, fakes a couple of times. Wow, couldn't get the finish to go, but some nice footwork nonetheless. Fada, oh, a little showtime pass to Waldrop, he got fouled.
So 11.4 here in the opening half, 37-10, big lead for the Tritons. Doesn't feel like it's kind of been, you know, it's gotten to a 20, 27-point lead, but it's just been a slow diet of going inside like they did there.
That was the third personal on Swoboda.
Into the Ships, number 5, Madeline Johnson from Notre Dame.
Waldrop has been excellent from the free throw line in this game. She's also in double digits now. Her and Gresh, the two Triton players, in double figures. Second free throw is off. Under 10 seconds. Ships got to get busy if they want to get up a final shot. Here's Smits. Kicks it out. In traffic, shot no good from Heyman, and that's how the first half is going to come to an end, with the score reading 38-10 in favor of the champs.
Sponsors who are deeply involved in helping support.
We'll take a break. We'll get some first half numbers for you. When we come back, we'll have those numbers along with the second half. Don't forget, coming up also on W7, tipping off around 7:30, Fond du Lac at Kaukauna. The Kaukauna Ghosts make their debut on W7 from their home there in Kaukauna. We're excited to have them on W7 this season.
Jolly Good Soda. We put the pop in Wisconsin.
Hey girls, it's Trinity. You want to be a legend? Make sure you bring your game when you're playing on W7. W7 is for the girls.
Sportsmanship doesn't stop when the game ends. It's part of the community you live in. Respect, character, dignity. Your community, your team. We're a proud sponsor of the WIAA Rural Mutual Insurance Sportsmanship Award and have been since it began. It recognizes that sportsmanship matters in your community. Visit ruralmutual.com/WIAA and see how our team and your community can work together to be true champions.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
Jolly Good Soda. We put the pop in Wisconsin.
Welcome back to the Triton Center here at halftime. Tritons lead 38-10, just under a minute to go before we get back into the action. Quick rundown on some numbers. For the Tritons, their 38 first half points. 11 from Kaya Waldrop, 11 from Gracie Gresh. So Kaya Waldrop, one of those kids we were looking to kind of step up into that consistent third, fourth person scoring effort. 4 apiece from Whitehouse and Feda, as well as Peyton Musial, 2 from DeMullen and 2 from Ronsman. No three-point field goals in the opening half. 15 from the floor, 8 of 10 were the Tritons from the free throw line. Meanwhile, the Manitowoc Lincoln Ships, 10 first half points. Like the Tritons, no first half three-pointers. An odd thing to see here in this day and age of basketball. They were led in scoring 5 from Nina Swoboda, 3 from Kendall Schmitz, 1 apiece from Bolchin and Heyman. Thing to note, Nina Swoboda 3 fouls, Heyman 2 fouls, along with Schmitz. For the Tritons, Peyton Musial 3 fouls, 2 for Feda and 2 for Whitehouse. So something to monitor just kind of as the game obviously goes on. You never want kids to foul out. Not going to play a big factor in this one, but down the stretch it might. Send it back over to you, Dom, with the play-by-play.
38-10, as you just eloquently stated, is the score. 28-point lead. Like I said, maybe not as high scoring as the couple matchups these two teams played a year ago, but nonetheless, been some good defense on both sides. No three-point field goals. That has got to be the most surprising stat that you just read off there. Tough shot won't go from Peterson. Here comes Feda. She's got Gresh running, and Gresh with the left. Lead is up to 30. Swoboda just hit the deck. Looks to be okay. She's got the ball here up top working on Whitehouse. Tough pass knocked away and stolen by Waldrop. Now Feda's got it in transition. Here's Whitehouse, thought about a 3, now drives to close out. Steps through and gets 2. Another thing of note here, Connor, we saw them back out of that press a little bit in that first half. Bringing it to start the second. That three-pointer's no good from the corner from Swoboda. Here comes Feda the other way. Ball drop in the lane. Bank shot misses. Ball's loose on the ground. Who wants it more? Still loose, and now it's picked up finally by Lauren Heyman. Drives, and she got fouled by Whitehouse, even though Sid's standing there looking confused.
I was looking at it on the screen here on the broadcast. I looked pretty clean. Maybe with the body. Oh, he's saying coming down. No, not at all.
That's her third foul.
100% clean if you're saying he was coming down with the arms. Body on the block, I'd give it to you.
Bolchin fakes, drives, and that's got to be a for sure foul there. That's going to be number 4 on Sid.
Number 4.
So we'll see here. Yep, right up off the bench will be Paige DeMolin, White House.
First free throw from Bolchin is good.
Replacing White House number 4, Paige DeMolin.
Drody's going to have a conversation with White House as she comes off the floor. Second free throw is good, so Bolchin's now up to 3 points. All coming at the charity stripe.
3 of 6 on the afternoon.
Feda in a lot of traffic. Waldrop goes up. This is but a foul. So we'll do it on this end.
Manitowoc foul, number 11, Grace Frusen.
Foul goes against Frusen. That's going to be her first foul.
Kiowa shoots 2.
That's the first miss, I believe, from Waldrop at the foul line. Actually, no, she missed one at the end of that second half. My mistake.
Yep, 2 in a row for her, but 5 of 7, now 5 of 8.
Good job by Feda to get that board. Musial drives. Back to DeMullen, fakes. Short shot in the lane, missed it. With a battle on the boards, and bodies went flying a little bit. Usual to inbound, gets it into Feda. Over to DeMullen, looking for Gresh, back to Feda, they'll swing it around. Gresh, top. In and out on the 3 ball. And the ball being fought for, and another jump ball. This one will go to the Ships. Lead still sitting at 30 for the Tritons. Bolchin gets it up ahead to Peterson.
Gotta imagine it's gonna kind of just hover between that probably 25, 40-point margin here all rest of the night.
That pass goes out of bounds, a little bit of an errant one from Bolchin. Here's Feda, the Illinois State commit. Kicks it out to DeMullen, corner 3. Rebound, Waldrop. She went in and skied for it. This is the putback. Up ahead, nice long pass, just a little too far for Frusen to handle.
Coming right into the living room there on the broadcast.
At least she didn't knock it over like we had to deal with last time. That was...
No. That's the thing. As the season goes on, you get better at camera placement. That's the advantage of being the home school. You know, I get to experiment with different things each week.
That 3-pointer is off from Gresh. Rebound, Heyman. Here come the Ships. Faking a drive. Frusen in the lane, gets the short shot to go.
Grace Frusen.
That's Frusen's first bucket of the night.
14 and a half through the first 2 games, so been pretty quiet.
There's the first 3-pointer of the night from Trista Feda. First 3-pointer for either team in this game. And of course it comes from Feda, who knocked down a number of 3-pointers in that last game against Manitowoc. Another nice floater from Frusen. Feda in a rush, maybe rushed the layup. Waldrop battling underneath, and a whistle. What's the call here? I believe it's just going to be out of bounds off of the Ships.
Yeah, they're just saying white ball. That
was a lot of contact for it just being white ball. You normally see a jump or something there. Waldrop had to go right through her hands.
Yeah, just kind of alligator armed it a little bit there. Getting closer to that sideline.
Here's Bolchin. DeMullen chasing her around the top of the key. Frusen, 3 in a row, gets it to go. And it's 3 straight floaters we've seen now out of Grace Frusen. Usual drives with the right, rolls around and drops in. Mullen right up into Bulch, and here comes a double team. They swat at it, whistling and a jump ball. It's going to stay with Manitowoc.
So kind of a quiet 6 for Peyton a little bit here this afternoon, but like to see that confidence growing. She sees advantage, taking advantage of that left-hand drive off the left wing. I'd like to see some more of that out of her as the season goes on.
Peterson back to Swoboda inside. Tough shot misses. That's one thing she has done well so far this year is get rebounds.
I like to see a little give and go there, a little right back to her.
So Mullen the drive and the floater. You can always tell where she is on the floor. We talked about shoes earlier. I don't think I've seen any brighter shoes than the ones that she rocks.
If you've got brighter shoes than Paige DeMullen, I don't think you should be playing basketball. You should probably be outside waving down
like
construction traffic.
Long shot, no good from Peterson. Faded to Gresh. There's that give and go you just mentioned, and it pays off.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping to see a little bit more with the aggression, or Fada and Musial on the last possession.
Once again, they double team Bulchin, another whistle and another jump ball.
Jump ball, possession arrow.
Number of substitutions come in. Destiny Webster returns, as well as Maddie Johnson.
Getting ready to tip off down in Kaukauna tonight. Final Act visits Kaukauna. That'll be, I think that could be a really good matchup. Gary Whipperman on the call for that. Of course, stick around after the game for our Jolly Good Soda player of the game. There it is right there. That's cutting Peyton Musial right there from Gresh. I'd love to see that.
Right on cue, she's now up to 8 points. Pass inside, deflected by Goki. Smith's tried to keep it alive, could not. Went out of bounds, it'll stay with Manitowoc.
Of course, Tritons will be back in action on the 1st of December. They will take their first road trip of the year down. They'll head on down to Sheboygan, take on Sheboygan North. 7 o'clock tip scheduled there. I will be down there for that one. The boys are probably playing at home up here, huh?
I believe so.
Usually how it works in the conference.
Usually how it works. I believe if I...
That's the night before your big Academy Awards as well.
Go. 1 for 2 drip from the free throw line for Heyman. Here's Destiny Webster, the sophomore. Gresh finally knocks down a 3. She had been 0 for up until that one went down. That's got to feel good for Gracie getting her first three-pointer on the young season.
Something that really improved as the season went on last year for her was that three-point shot.
Foul's going to go against Goki. Gresh, as it sits right now, number 3 all-time in scoring in Notre Dame history, chasing Samuel Pitchka, who sits at number 2. I would tell you what Gracie has if I knew, because the way that they did it in the arena here, they left the number next to Gracie's name blank.
As well as Trista Fadis. Yeah. And I have to look and reconfirm. I'm not sure if Fada could get up into that top 2 spot. Obviously, Gresh will probably leave as the all-time leading scorer. Fada is going to leave as the all-time assist leader here in Notre Dame history.
She surpassed that mark last year. Another foul.
At like the midway point of the season, too.
It was pretty quick. Yeah, Yeah, Trista scored her 1,000th career point in that sectional game last year. Sydney Whitehouse is going to get some more runs. Sydney playing with 4 fouls. Also get to see Brianna Breeze for the first time. She's got it here, number 32. Nice back cut, got it right over Peyton's head. Paige Frusen has had some nice finishes in this second half here on some nice back cuts. Webster top of the key, bit strong. Gresh on the offensive board. Nice pass to Whitehouse for the easy 2. You saw Gresh kind of get double teamed on that last board, and Whitehouse was sitting all alone right on the left side. Spin move, tough shot, no good from Heyman. Fada up ahead, Whitehouse, good catch. Couldn't finish, but Musial's right there on the follow. So Musial now into double digits, he's got 10. Ball knocked out of bounds. It'll be Notre Dame ball.
Tell you what, I really like this Kendall Schmitz, just a class of 27. So that puts her at, what, just a freshman?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's going to be causing some problems in the FRCC over the years. She can really handle the rock with some of the best of them.
Fada misses the layup. Good box out from Bolchin. She's looking to push. Whitehouse is saying no to that.
It's not so fast, my friend.
Bolchin's got it back here. She and Whitehouse have been matched up for a large part of the evening. Nice pass on the back cut. Right on cue, Kendall Schmitz gets a layup to go. Usual to Webster. Faded to Gresh. Tried to hit Usual on that back cut. Fada's going to tee up a 3 and knock it down.
3-point basket, Trista Fada.
Really looks like the Tritons are trying to get some early cutters. They're catching, looking for the cutters first, and then it's really opening upside that weak side skip pass.
Long 2-pointer is going to drop for Breeze.
3-point basket, Brianna
Another freshman, so she and Schmitz will be sharing the floor for a number of years here. Fada to Musial. Left-handed layup is good.
Whitehouse out there trying to have an early exit.
That pass was deflected by Gresh. It'll remain with the Ships. And we are now in running clock territory as we are at 7:45. Boys game was scheduled to start at 7:30. It is currently 7:15. And the mandatory 15-minute warm-ups will need to take place. We're going to be looking closer to probably an 8 o'clock start. Nice finish. Bolchin gets the layup to go. Oh, they caught him sleeping. Waldrop with an easy 2 on the other end, and now a timeout is taken by Sarah Rohde.
We'll take a quick break. We'll hear from our sponsor, Mike Whitehouse at North Red Financial and Jolly Good Soda. We put the pop in Wisconsin.
Jolly Good Soda. We put the pop in Wisconsin.
Welcome back to the Triton Center. 67-27 is the score.
Now I'm talking a little bit off air. I mean, a little bit of a injection of youth movement here at Lincoln. Some good underclassmen, freshmen and sophomores, going to be the core of this team for a few years to come.
Looking at one of them right here, that was Schmitz who gives it off to Frusen. Frusen, one of the few seniors on this crew. Schmitz looking for an opening on Webster. Breaks her down, spins, kicks it out. Amon floaters up and good. Tough shot on the right side. Faded to Webster. Up top, Ronsman. So we've seen Kendall get a little bit more run in the second game. Up top to Fada. Here's DeMullen. Fada for three. Got it.
Tricia Fada for three.
Third three-pointer of the night for Fada. She's now up to 15.
The ISU commit.
Bolton tried to spin, bumped right into DeMullen. Amon leads it. Here's Breeze. Another one of the freshmen. Kicks it out to Bolton. Trying to hit some of these back cuts, it looks like. There's one here. Breeze, tough shot, no good. Rebound DeMullen. Here comes Fada. Webster thought about it. Ronsman's going to tee it up from the corner and knock it down.
Kendall Ronsman. Got to make the most of those limited minutes. Play some D and knock down the open shot when you can. That's the ticket to find more.
Schmitz to Bolton. Those two have been working well together in the backcourt for most of the evening. A foul.
A little ticky-tacky on the reach in there, but nonetheless, will be a foul.
Notre Dame foul. Destiny Webster.
Now it goes against Webster. That's her first.
Foul back in for Notre Dame. Number 1, Morgan Goki.
Probably be all she wrote for Fada with 4:37 left and the clock running.
Schmitz back up to Bolton at the 4.5-minute mark in this game.
The thing I like about these two, and Schmitz and Bolton, is their eyes are always up. They're always looking to find an open cut or open pass.
Here's Goki. Out to Ronsman, who just made a three a moment ago. So some of the newer faces getting a bit of a run. Webster is fouled. She will be at the free throw line. Foul goes against Heyman. That is her third foul.
Yeah, it seems like all the activities next door are starting to wrap up as everybody filters over from the alumni gym.
Couple JV games going on before this one.
Starts to get a little more crowded in here.
Once more, just in case you missed it, a brief reminder that the 28th Annual Academy Awards held at Notre Dame is on Saturday, December 2nd. Tickets are available for purchase at the front desk. $10 for cash, $11 for using a card. All the action begins at 7 o'clock in the Notre Dame Auditorium on December 2nd. Tickets available for purchase to the open public beginning Thursday, November 30th. DeMullen tried to kick it out. Here comes Hammond the other way. Now she's in a crowd.
DeMullen rips it away. DeMullen had it taken away from her, and she tracked her down right back at you. I'm not sure how she didn't see DeMullen coming down there with them shoes. Simpson in there as well. She's got some bright bottoms of those shoes as well. My goodness.
There's some nice expression man showing some shoes. Nice block there from Webster. Three-pointer is going to be up and short from Peterson. Simpson comes up with a board. She's got a huge smile on her face coming back down the floor.
Tell you what, Simpson knocked down a couple of trifectas in the JV game.
Goki can't get that one to go. And Webster battling forward on the offensive glass. Bolchin goes around her back. So A little bit of a faster pace here the last couple times down the court, and it's going to lead to a Peterson 2.
Taylor Peterson.
Under 2 minutes to go. Goki, nice bounce pass. Ronsman gets it to go. That's her offhand, and she got it to finish.
It's a really nice take by Goki. Eyes were up, drew the defender. Nice little dump off for
Peterson trying to find some space, kicks it out. Corner, three-pointers up, and good. Ooh. From Fruzen. So she's had a nice second half here. She's now in double digits, same amount as her number. Ronsman fading away, couldn't get it to go. DeMullen, that should be an offensive foul for over the back.
Might be a long walk to the other end of the court, I think. That's a 6th or a 7th.
Looks like they're signaling for a 1-and-1.
17 foul. Number 4.
We'll stick around after the game for our Jolly Good Soda player of the game. We'll get a quick interview with a member of the Tritons. Timeout there. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here inside the Triton Center. Dom, we talked about in the pregame. Nice little maybe bounce back for the Tritons. They lead 77-34 with 49 seconds left to go. Kind of probably what we expected. A little, Triton team coming in a little on edge after not maybe their best performance they've had in a while.
Yeah, much better balanced scoring in this game. It hasn't all been on the shoulders of Gracie Gresh and Trista Feda. Similar to the games last year, the first game that they played here at home, 6 players in double digits, and it's got to be maybe not quite 6, but a lot of contributions from a lot of faces. Going to even up their record at 1-1 beginning the conference season. They went undefeated in conference a season ago.
That'll be 1-1 overall, 1-0 in the conference play. So yeah, so that'll be nice. Like you said, balanced scoring attack. See if they can't keep that kind of consistent, third score. We've talked about it. Feda's going to get hers. Gresh is going to get hers. Whitehouse is going to get hers. But they need somebody consistently kind of in that third, fourth spot. Maybe it's Peyton. Maybe it's Kaya. But that person's going to have to get to 12 to 15 on a consistent basis for this team to have success in some of the bigger games this year.
Into the game for the
2-for-2 trip from the foul line.
Morgan Dietrich.
Morgan Dietrich's going to get a bit of a last-minute run here. Webster catch and shoot 3, short.
Why not push it up here? Under 35 to play.
Bolchin had some daylight for a minute, didn't want to shoot that 3.
Let it fly.
Inside and a whistle and a jump ball. That's an interesting one there.
There's no reason really to call that jump ball. You take away a great play and a great block from Webster. Just let it go.
Under 10 seconds. Goki.
Nice slip there. Nice find.
Mullen couldn't pay it off. Simpson battling for it, and the clock hits 0. That last shot will not count.
So your final out of the Triton Center, it is the Triton 77, the Ships of Manitowoc Lincoln 36. A great bounce back game for Notre Dame. We'll come back with our Jolly Good Soda player of the game interview. We'll try to get that in amongst the warm-ups of the boys varsity game set to start here in a little while. We're not going to have coverage of that one because everything we do on W7 is for the girls.
Absolutely.
We might sprinkle in some boys coverage later on this year where we'll get maybe some of the girls to call the boys game. We'll call the girls game and we'll get the girls to call the boys game, give them different experience and some broadcast experience.
Love it.
But for now, we'll take a break. We'll come back with our Jolly Good Soda player of the game. You've been watching Triton Girls Basketball presented by Mike Whitehouse and Northright Financial and powered by Jolly Good Soda. They put the pop in Wisconsin. Your final, Triton 77, Lincoln 36. Alrighty, we are back with our Jolly Good Soda player of the game. It is none other than senior Gracie Gresh. I was saying everybody's sticking around, Gracie. That must be all the your family and then the coaching staff down at Madison.
Yep, pretty much.
So, I mean, kind of a different week coming in, right? I mean, you guys played Pewaukee, things, whatever, didn't go how they wanted. Kind of a get-right game here this afternoon.
Yep.
Thoughts on this season and that game? I mean, was it kind of who you guys wanted to be? It looks like still kind of working through some different rotations and trying to fit some pieces to the puzzle.
Yeah, every year it's different, especially after losing like a senior like Hope. It's different every year. So I think we're still adjusting to the roles that we have to be, and yeah, I think we're fitting in that every day, but it's an adjustment. So I think just getting used to it and yeah, just keeping on working hard.
I mean, I think the expectation, everybody has such high expectations for, you guys as individual players and of course as a team, and including your coaching staff, which I think you guys all embrace and appreciate. But is there sometimes we have to look at the bigger picture, right? It's game really 2 of what we hope is ultimately 30.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, how is it kind of keeping that perspective in mind? How do you guys do that, kind of looking short-term goals versus long-term goals?
Yeah, obviously we know our long-term goal, and that's the same every year, is to come home with a state championship. But I think really just focusing on now, and we say focus on the present a lot and just not worrying about the future, just taking it one game at a time. You never know with our conference, we can't take anyone lightly this year, and we know we have a big target on our back. So.
Well, absolutely. There are a couple good freshmen and sophomores on that Manitowoc Lincoln team that you guys shut down and kept in check. What do you like about this team this year? Like you said, you lose a Hope. It's tough to fill those shoes. But what's kind of early on this year the identity of this team? Maybe off the floor, not so much. We see the things on the floor, but kind of that behind the scenes. What's that identity?
It's different this year. It's fun. Our group is funny. We have a couple JV girls that are coming out of their shell, and it's fun to see. And then just they get to practice with us too. So some of our sophomores we get to see more of, and yeah, it's good to get to know more of the JV and just our team bonding this year.
Yeah, I think that's the crazy part, right? Once some of those JV kids and those reserve kids fully come out of their shell, they're like, okay, I'm comfortable with varsity basketball.
Yeah.
All right, I think that's when you guys are going to kind of go to the next level.
Yep.
I think you're just kind of playing around with things right now, and I think really that trip to Nashville, that's when everybody will finally, I think, come together and then look out for the second half of the season to accomplish those goals. Gracie Gresher, Jolly Good Soda player of the game tonight. Their 77-36 win, I think it was 36. If I'm wrong, I'm sure Coach will let me know. Hey, we actually only gave up what?
I think it was 37.
37? Okay, I'm giving you guys more credit on defensive end. It was 77-37, whatever it was. Their home win. They're bounced back in the win column. They're now 1-1 overall, 1-0 in the FRCC. Gracie, we'll let you go. You got to cheer on the boys over here in their matchup against Hortonville as they open the season. Triton's back in action on Friday when they head down to Sheboygan North. I will take the trip with them, and we'll see what they can do down there if they can keep this winning streak going. I'm sure Gracie and the rest of the squad will hope to do the same. For Dom D'Angelo, for Gracie Gresh, and the rest of the Triton coaching staff, I'm Connor Du Bois signing off from the Triton Center. Tritons get back in the win column here on W7.